again, friends. Happy Wednesday. It's our Motivational Wednesday. I am standing, looks like in the ocean. There are some whales that are leaping up behind me. Whales or sharks, I'm not sure. But this is so beautiful. You know, I would love to do a beautiful background for Motivational Wednesdays. I totally believe that if you can't go somewhere you can imagine you're there, those are the beautiful whales or sharks. I'm not quite sure what they are. Then there's also like some land behind me, but it's really beautiful. It's a Motivational Wednesday where we work on empowering and send messages to empower ourselves. Plus, we have to get to work on code reading. There was a two-way. All right. So anyway, before we do that, you know what we have to do? We're gonna move it and groove it, and then we'll get to our motivational phrases for today.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. What time feeling? I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. It's as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine. Got a plot from you, girl, but I don't need no cure. I just stay up pretend if I can be sure. All the good when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. What time to feeling? I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
All right, guys, we're gonna do that to the top. I just love this song. Yes, good job. Our word today, our motivation word today is fear. And fear is defined as a belief that something might be dangerous, might cause us harm, might hurt us, might make us uncomfortable. That's the definition of fear. And right into that is the belief that that might happen. And something, there are things that we are legitimately afraid of, but fear is really the belief that something might be dangerous, might cause us harm, might make us uncomfortable. So when we get into our phrases today, I'll be coaching you and saying a little bit more about that. So let's go to our first phrase. And remember, guys, we're reminding ourselves this is our self-empowerment day, right? What we say to ourselves, we remind ourselves how good we are, that everything's okay, that we are just okay, just the way we are, okay? So let's go to our first one, please. Okay, guys, here we go. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. I'm going to say it again, then we'll talk about it. And then repeat after me. There was only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. So guys, I love this one because it's like, I think that when we pursue our dreams or goals, that sometimes we go, oh, what if it doesn't work out? So that's what that means is, even if it doesn't work out, the fact that you're doing it, the fact that you're trying, that's the most important thing. Because if you try, you never know what can happen, right? If you just give it a try. So let's say that there was only one thing that made the dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Sometimes we don't do things because we're afraid won't work out, and what this is saying is that you'll never know if it doesn't work out if you don't try. Alright? That's the most important thing, is to try. Let's do it again. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Let's do it one more time. There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good, guys. Good. Alright, good. And again, guys, remember the fact that we all have our fears, right? And sometimes fears are legitimate. That lion right there, I'm afraid of that lion right there. I'm afraid to get that lion right there could eat me, and that would be bad. So I have every right to be afraid of the lion or something like that. That's okay. That could cause me harm. But sometimes we let fear get in the way of doing things we want to do because we're afraid of the unknown, what we don't want, what may or may not happen. So that's what I'm talking about more today, is how do we acknowledge fear of the unknown and still move forward. Let's go to our second one. Okay guys, here we go. Don't let your fear of failure stop you from realizing your dreams. I love this. Let's say it again. Repeat after me if you need to. Don't let your fear of failure stop you from realizing your dreams. And one more time, to repeat after me. Don't let your fear of failure stop you from realizing your dreams. You guys, what do you think that means, right? I think sometimes we're afraid to try something, because what if it doesn't work out? Well, guys, the truth is, if you don't try something, it's not going to work out. So, that's why I love this, because even when I've tried things in my life that I haven't gone the way I hoped they would, it's like an audition. If we need to audition, we may not get it, but if we don't audition, we're in the same place. So why not audition and go for it and feel good about it? Because that's like part of our dream, to be actors, right? So do it. Go for it. Don't let your fear of failure stop you from realizing your dreams. Try that again. Don't let your fear of failure stop you from realizing your dreams. Imagine if we had been afraid to go on an online program because we were afraid it would not have worked out. Can you imagine? Right? But we did it, and here we are, 18 months later. Alright guys, good job. You guys are doing so great. So proud of you.
Let's keep going.
Okay, good. Good, I love that one. Alright, good. Guys, let's go to our third one.
Okay, guys, this is from the great late South African civil rights leader and activist, Nelson Mandela. I love this one. I love them all, but I love this one a lot. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. And another man was a person. The brave person is not one that does not feel afraid, but one who conquers that fear. Rather than he will say one. Let's do that again. I like to be gender neutral. Alright. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave person is not one who does not feel afraid, but one who conquers that fear. So again, it's okay to be afraid. It's what you do with that fear. That's what I like to say. What do you do with that fear when you're afraid? Do you face it, or do you and let it stop you, or do you find a way to keep going even though you feel afraid? Let's read it again. I've learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave person is not one who does not feel afraid, but one who conquers that fear. I think that's really beautiful, guys. What do you think? Think about that one. Alright, guys, good job. Keep up the good work.
Good, that's good. You guys are doing so great. We're just saying to yourself, continuing to work on our code reading and self-empowerment skills. And let's go to our final one.
Alright, guys, I love this one. This, I think, is a cool way to end what we've been talking about today. Fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Now, feeling that way, fear like that, let's do it again. Fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. How about that one, guys? Just think about how many times we've had to face something and we keep going, right? Facing our fears. That's what I like to say, so let's do it again. Really take this to heart, what that means. Fear, or F-E-A-R, alright, fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. We'll do this one more time, guys. You like it? Take it in, believe it, feel it, yes. Fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Really good job, guys. Really good job. Really, really good job. You guys are amazing.
Good job, guys. Good job. So again, guys, and I want to make this clear. Everyone has fears. Yeah, we've worked through a lot of fears this past 18 months. How scary was it at the beginning of the pandemic? Nobody knew what was going to happen. But look at you guys, we're here today. You made it through. You're making it through despite being uncomfortable at times. You guys are doing that, right? I know some of you guys might get nervous for an audition, and it's okay because you still do it. So I always like to say, it's okay. It's not that you have fears, it's what you do with them. And I always believe that I face my fears, I feel my fears, I risk being disappointed, I take a deep breath, and I do it anyway. Because when I did my show, Happily Ever After, it was really, really scary. I'll be honest. It was, I've never produced a solo show on that biggest scale before. Everything I had to do was really scary at times, but I also knew that if I let my fears stop me, I wouldn't be able to do it. So again, I faced my fears, I felt my fears, I risked being disappointed, and I took a deep breath, and I did it anyway. Sometimes I do this when I teach a class, and I'm worried it may not be good enough. So fear is something that's a part of my life, but it's not that I have fears, it's what I do with my fears. And that's what I want to really support you in doing. Is even if you have fears about, are nervous about doing a video for me or whatever you're doing, just face your fears, feel your fears, risk being disappointed, risk being disappointed. Because I think we're afraid if we don't do something that won't work out, but sometimes we have to risk it because what if it does work out? And the only way we're gonna know that is if we try. So again, you face your fears, feel your fears, risk disappointment, take a deep breath, and do it anyway. And Uncle God, I am letting you know on Friday morning, I'm going to send you a link to an encore presentation of my one-woman show. You can go to that link at 8 o'clock Friday night and watch it with your family. And I'll remind you tomorrow. But yeah, we're re-streaming my one-woman show. It's followed by an interview with my friend Sarah Bedford and Grammy Award-winning artist Patty Austin. And I would love to share that with you. So you all will get a link to that Friday, and the show will restream at 8 o'clock on Friday evening. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a good time. I always love it when you come and join me every day, but I love doing Motivational Wednesdays. So let's end it the way we begin it. We begin it with a little more moving and grooving, okay? All right, guys. Love you, miss you. See you tomorrow.